All right, here we go. That's there. This over here. Get that out. Man, it's clean without some of this other stuff. Okay. Square golf balls. What's up, everybody? Who do we got? Bryce. Antennas. Derbies. Jay. Hey, there we go. Love it. My favorite subscribers already in the house. Okay, so gotta warm this old dog back up. I don't know. It's probably been 2 updates since I used it last. I don't even know how that's gonna work. Can't beat me on GSPro this week. Give up. Oh no, Bryce. Got my mic charged. I do have an echo one on over here. Need to get off. Echo, echo, echo. Okay, all right, that's off. Glad you asked about it, Robert. But dude, it is charged today. The reason it wasn't charged yesterday is because I filmed yesterday, so I had it on for quite a while. I gotta do some authorizations here on the MLM2Pro because we're gonna go MLM2Pro webcam putting back to our roots tonight. And I'm gonna practice to start those things I worked on last night with the on the range with the driver. I actually felt good about where I ended with the driver. MIA, it's MIA is right. It's right, Robert, it's right every day. MIA. So let's connect, we're connected. Third-party apps, awesome golf. Authenticate now. I don't know if you guys have the Rapsodo, you know this process. You have to authenticate your Rapsodo to kind of sneak in. I don't know if there's been any updates. Does anybody know on the Rapsodo? Firmware version up to date, firmware upgrade up to date. Okay, appears not. So we'll disconnect here and close out of the tablet. There we go. So that can go back, and we'll open up the Springbok connector. If you guys have seen the Springbok connector, it's pretty slick. I just double click this file. This is all I do to hook to my MLM2Pro. I double click this file, it opens up. And I even have programmed on my computer what they call fancy zones. I don't know if you guys are familiar with those, but you see how that opens up in a specific spot on this window? It just automatically opens up there. That's on purpose. And then you'll also notice that webcam putting opens up in one spot. And then I'll click and drag this last putting window in its own zone. So zone 1 is where I put the putting info window. So if you notice when I drag a window, you see these different zones. 5 is my mask window, 6 is my hue, saturation, and sliders, 2 is my putting window, and then up here I've got the API window, and down here I've got the connector window. So those automatically snap into that spot. Most of the time I don't even have to move them into that spot. So that's, if you don't do that already, pretty handy thing to do. So You had the same $2 million difference on the MLM2Pro versus the R50. Did you STS? I forget. I got to look back at those streams, STS. I felt like my MLM2Pro and the R50 were very close to one another. We could, you know what? We could do that tonight. We could put the Square up at the same time as the MLM2Pro. It would be pretty easy to do, actually. You want to do it? Want to do it, math? All we're going to get to see, though, is, well, we could do it on the advanced spin method, and then just whatever data it gives us, it gives us. Take it with a grain of salt. I think the number you could look at to compare would be speed. You think that's fair? I've done MLM2Pro and Square, I have, but not since the new update or any of that. So, but I have done it, so I could run it beside it for the night if we wanted to. Yeah, no, you're right, Antenna. We did. We have done it. I mean, I've done that combo a few different ways. I set up with a new connector actually, and filmed with it and everything. I didn't notice anything short. I didn't notice anything short. If you compare, that'd be mint. Okay. Well, it's not hard to do. It's not hard to do. So we can actually, I can quickly set it up. So we can go here. I've got my little stand from Spike that's always in my mat. So this is where this always goes. And if I put it there, so that'll be there. And then all I've got to do is power it on here, and I'm gonna, on the floor projection really quickly here, I'm gonna turn off a couple of the data points that project right on top of the Square unit. So this one and this one. And I probably don't even need all it. Sometimes it's just more confusing to have them, honestly. We'll go there. And I'll do the one that's in front of the Square too, which is kind of guessing when I do this. That one. That one's not. And that one. This is so funny. Can go there, and too much information. Okay. Oh, sorry guys. Okay, so in my own little world here sometimes. I get the Square Golf Unity crash. I've been getting that lately. It's almost as if the Unity install for the Square Golf software is different than the one for... I don't get that. HE software update, HE 1.2. You getting the Unity crash, Bryce? R50 is at biggest ball compression. MLM2Pro is at impact. So mine seems to do it almost like the Square software. If I install that alone, the very first time I use it, I'd have to have the error happen again. The very first time I use it, it like crashes. So I'm actually just reinstalling HE, and then I reinstall it and it works, but then my version probably up to date, but that message just is there as a warning mic. It's saying the advanced mode won't work unless you've installed it, but it's not to indicate whether or not you've done anything. It's just like a standing warning. So, but I actually have to like reinstall the app, and then the Unity error goes away. But then as soon as I open up like the connector for GSPro, then the Unity error goes on that, and so I reinstall the connector, and it seems like I just chased my tail. So wondering if they're using a different version of Unity between the two. or there's something happening there. Here I am making things up as I go, so I don't know if any of that's true, but all right, square golf, driving range. Go. Data mode. Okay, so in data mode, now if we go back to this screen, shrink me down to there, I think I've got the square data already there. Boom, there it is. So that was easy. Let's go to practice, practice range. I think we're hooked up now, square and MLM2Pro, because I saved it. That's pretty slick. I got lucky with that. And then on the floor projection, I need to turn off the giant white spot and just turn on the square spotlight. There we go. Boom. I agree, Brad. I like the floor being clean. It's something that excites me about an overhead monitor as well. If I were to ever get one anyways. So, all right, carry and total. So these two, let's slide those under there somewhere, right? I think that's where they go. And I don't know if backspin and side spin are going to work. Backspin, side spin, are those going to work? There's backspin. There's side spin. We'll see. We'll see if those get numbers in them. The other thing I've got to do here, because I don't have the... You guys, thank you for being patient here. Sorry for dragging you through setup sometimes. Does your connector say? Yes, it does. I haven't actually any errors, but I don't have that much. Yeah, I get like this little pop-up. It says Unity crash, and then the whole app shuts down. I don't know what it's from. It constantly happens to me though. Okay, so I need ball speed, or I don't have any face data from the MLM2Pro, so I need to turn that off. That's what I'm doing right now. Ball speed, I took a picture, so this won't take me as long this time. Backspin, carry, raw, total length, club speed, HLA, spin axis. I think this menu that we use on the side of GSPro is so not intuitive. It sometimes drives me crazy. Does anybody else think that? It's like not in the order that you view it, so it's, to me, very confusing. But what do I know? All right, so ball speed, direction, angle, spin axis, total spin. So these are all lined up now, right? Except for Square doesn't have an offline, do they? Carry, yeah, they do have an offline. Oh, that's... We'll just leave it with that. So they've got offline, and what's the other one? They've got raw. Square doesn't have raw, I don't think. All right. Where's offline at? There it is, right? Direction, offline. Is that it there? I think it is, yeah. So we'll see if that shows up. I guess that's as good as we can do. So we can play like that tonight. That's cool. Carry raw, there's no such thing, and then we've got carry and total. So these will line up side by side. I guess you can compare them. Don't blame me, less money just as good. Yeah, for sure. Take the Hawk unit, replace it with the Pro. Tell them it's better. Tell them the Pro TV X is better. That'd be. I don't know if I can get away with that. Okay. So much customizable. Sometimes it's like, I hope you guys don't get annoyed with me wasting your time doing that stuff, but can't always predict which way we're gonna go with things. I need to check the connector here. Make sure it's connected. Come on, MLM. Is that next week? Is the new LMs are next week, or you think they could be anyway? Okay, I think because of what I did with the connector, I've got to reset GSPro Connect here quick, and then we'll be off and running. Reset GSPro Connect, save and quit. Little technical difficulties. Good evening, Sean. Good to see you, man. Autocorrect keeps writing your words in French. Well, you can say anything you want in French because I don't know it. So, got to restart the MLM2Pro or something because I'm not sure why it doesn't like that. Hey, shh, Sean, shh. It's I barely started it. It's definitely not rolled out in the technical sense. I mean, but I think I've got some good ideas with that. So hopefully that'll turn out to be a cool thing. Okay, I hate it when things beep like that, but they did. I don't know if that's a good thing or bad thing. Made that computer sound. Usually means something like shut down, doesn't it? All right, so we got, in theory, everything's connected. We did it. All right, for Bryce and the rest of us who own, or the rest of you who own the Square, we'll do a little comparing here of the two. I am actually curious. I'm curious to know if Square's advanced algorithm that they have, if it's truly like, you know, trained or programmed to that like balls like markings, or if the advanced one just tracks. It's an advanced algorithm that just gets closer to a marking list ball, where it just uses the marking it has to track. So I wonder what an MLM2Pro ball, I'm curious how that'll show up on here tonight. I actually haven't hit an MLM2Pro ball since they did the advanced updates. This will be interesting. So GSPro 250, the League 125. Yes, it would Derby. I was going to play the second half of the Pro Tour just kind of as a warm-up to see if the I'm play round 2 of it because I played round 1 last night, just to see if the drivers, things that I worked on with driver on the range are actually going better in any sense of the way. So I can't see the Square numbers very well, so I'm not sure You guys will have to be the ones that follow along on that. Let me check that one quick. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that, Derby. New to golf, you bought the Mizuno in the marketplace, found out they're fake. No way, man. I'm sorry to hear that too. Man, people should be. That kind of stuff infuriates me. People would take advantage like that. All right, so we're not seeing the square number here. I'm gonna try to get that dialed in now that this changed. It looks like it changed on me. So offline R9, that's where that offline and offline direction, is that direction? Oh, that's path. So offline. Is that, what is that? Offline, right? 9.1. That's the yardages it's offline, right? Yeah, it is. Okay. So that's what Square thinks about offline right now. And then the other one it has is backspin and side spin. I guess you can kind of see those in there, can't you? Backspin. And side spins. Side spins, that one. Okay, and then these two can move up there. All right, that'll be probably a little bit better viewing experience, I suppose. So thanks for bearing with me again. Apologize, everybody. Okay, and for me to see it on my screen, I'm gonna have to go windowed view there and stretch this out. And move this up. Sorry, if I'm gonna do this, I gotta be able to see it. So I apologize, guys. Otherwise, I feel like I can't report back to y'all to brace on it. That'll have to work there. Okay. Room camera 2, room camera 2. There we go, there we go. Okay. All right, we're up now. Sorry about that. Whew. All right. PDN, ouch. That would hurt. Oh, it's terrible. I think so, Alan. Been a busy long day, so plan on checking some of those things tonight. I tried to shoot you back. Yeah, the family and I, we watched, I forget I'm terrible when I watch them, then he hits me next day when I play. Family and I, we all watched the Tiger one, the TGL tonight. That was cool. Pretty cool event to watch, I guess. Although, how bad did Tiger's team stink? Kevin Kisner, to be precise, as fun as that guy can be personality-wise sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes, he definitely had a tough night of the group. So minus 0.9, and what was the launch there? Right 0.2. So minus 0.9, right 0.2, minus 0.9, right 0.2. Yeah, so this might be a little bit there, that might help it. Small adjustment. I felt like that too, Ida. I did, especially if I had Joe. 2.1, right 2.9, so we're still off by a little bit. Right 2.9, right 2.1. Ball speed from the MLM2Pro looking higher on these first couple, Bryce. Right 0.2. So that means it's too far this way, so I would have to go. All right, yeah, so it's left. Trying to see if I can get it aligned without having to shut it off. I'm not going to shut it off. I might just have to deal with that. Nobody read that one. There we go. They're closer to alignment than that one. All right. Ball speed identical there. I'm curious how it'll affect spin. Like, will it track spin okay with this new advanced algorithm? So Square is running the advanced algorithm. I'm using an MLM2Pro golf ball. How will it compare throughout the evening? We'll see. I'll just run it side by side. Well, Alan, I was trying to judge it by if they just matched up there, but they don't really. I got golf clubs in front of my MLM2Pro. It might be why it's not reading. Let me move some of these. I was just trying to, I could align it. All right, if we're gonna do this, I can hear everybody saying it now. It doesn't do any, and I actually feel this way too. It does me no good to compare these if I don't align the square, which I can do in the software right here. All right, so we'll go quit, yes, settings, target alignment. It's calculating. Get this little square little stick lined up here, even with my projector. Yeah, that's about as close as I can get it. And right 0.3 adjustment, right 0.3. Okay, so that's adjusted. Driving range. Go. There we go. Yeah, and actually I wasn't intending on doing this, but this is an interesting thing. So I wonder if the new Square algorithm is truly trained on, you know, like, did they train it on this pattern specifically and this pattern? Or did they just train it to measure the distance between, you know, markings that can be found on golf balls. Like, is it specific to this, or is it just better now at tracking markings on golf balls? If it is, I wonder if it will read the MLM2Pro golf ball. So we'll find out a little bit about how it acts around the MLM2Pro golf ball tonight. And I'm going to practice with the MLM2Pro, and the square nubbles will just ride beside it, I guess, if you will. I agree, Sean. He absolutely does. Kind of wonder if this light's not throwing off my MLM. Like the projector light. Or I'm just taking too much time. I'm probably just taking too much time between shots. So it's like, let me look at the connector. Yeah, it just didn't read it. In the past, they have said no. Okay, that's good to know, OMG. But if you look here, it's too small for me to read. It's probably too small for you guys if it is for me. It's looking like no spin axis was red there, right? Maybe. But launch angle's red, launch direction's red, speed is red. So look at that. So one difference between tonight and last night is I do have the 5% premium ball turned on in the square settings. I don't know, it shouldn't change ball speed though. I thought it would just change the overall distance calculation, but maybe it is. Maybe because compression is different on a premium ball. I don't know. When's he getting his rematch? Probably whenever we want to. I mean, he would love it, I'm sure, at any point. I've tried to get him to join the league, but he doesn't have a sim, and he doesn't know how often he'd get to use the league play, or get to play the league play, like find time-wise. I just want to know what it does, Mike. That's what I'm most curious about, is what does that thing do? Because now tonight it's got me thinking that it even affects the way it reads speed. Because suddenly my speeds are 120, they're more than the MLM2Pro. I'm really curious on that. I don't know. Oh my goodness gracious. Wow. Thank you so much. Holy cow. Oh wow, man. Thank you so much. I don't know what to call you. What your name is, Carl D. I don't know what you go by here, but wow, that is incredible. Thank you so much. I'm so glad that I was able to help, and that is insanely generous of you. What an awesome deal. Look at that super chat, guys. Holy cow. Wow, thank you so much. That just makes my night. Unbelievable. That helps so much. You guys have no idea. I know I sometimes get hollered at for what I spend on this stuff out here, which is to me a hobby and something I love. And that just helps support the channel so much. So thank you so much. Incredible. Oh, wow. Very cool. It's unbelievable. Everybody from the 99 centers to something like that, it actually just kind of blows me away when that stuff happens. So thank you so much. That was very generous of you. I really appreciate it. If you need anything, as always, it doesn't change because of that, but if you need anything, reach out. I'm happy to help. So, wow. Thank you. Unbelievable, you guys. Oh, it's crazy. PDN is on the clock. Oh gosh, Derby. Did PDN change his tag? No. Very cool. I was gonna be asking Ben for money after the. Love it, love it, love it. So we'll have to follow along here. We'll have to see what happens with the square numbers as we go. That ball speed is blowing me away. That's a 7-iron, right? It's a 7-iron. Mike! Hey, thank you, Mike. Wow. When it rains, it pours. People just start. I haven't even like hit a fairway. Last night I was hitting fairways for the 99 centers. I haven't done anything yet tonight. So it's just all been set up. So thank you so much. It means a lot. It's like 40 Canadian. The $1 is like 40 Canadian. You're in, Mike. Okay, let's turn on that MLM2Pro. Thanks, Derby. So 112 to 112. Let's watch spin axis. That's like it's like 180 New Zealand dollars, Bryce says. Bryce, I'm getting a weird feeling about this whole advanced mode. If it detects the MLM2Pro balls, that's kind of cool. I chunked that. Isn't speed measured by units, meaning not calculated? I'm not sure I know what you mean, OMG. Speed is a measured number. According to Square, they measure speed. But I'm wondering if the measurement changes based on the ball type you take. Like how STS was saying, certain units or certain monitors measure the ball from the point of like greatest compression. So if you had a basic ball, the compression would measure from a different point during the strike based on the ball. Maybe the speed is different. I don't know. I'm just making things up, but I'm trying to figure out what would happen there. Because, you know, if you go online and kind of like search hard on, you kind of research some of the camera-based monitors and how they work, like they quite literally, like for the, let's just say like on this Wilson golf ball here, if you go on the website, they basically, the software puts like a dot on that point. And then as the ball rotates, it puts another dot. And it's measuring the distance between those two like markings, and it's not picking out a specific marking. It might even use a dimple and track the dimple over the frames. So if their advanced algorithm is just, hey, let's find any mark and track any mark, like the other ones do, like the other LMs do, even the ones that need marked golf balls do that, then it might truly just be like an advanced, you know, algorithm that just tracks the movement of any mark, and maybe the MLM2Pro balls will work, but somebody could shoot that down right away, somebody that knows maybe. So Unicorn measures dimple speed, no adjustments, okay. See, all that stuff is very fascinating to me, but it takes a lot of reading to really find it, you know. Radar units being back don't see the biggest compression points. That's probably true. I've heard radar units can be a little lower on ball speeds sometimes. Is that right, Bryce? That camera-based units will typically pick up, or no, is it the other way around? One of them picks up higher ball speed on average, or typically. I think those red ones should stay up for the entire stream. That's insane. They shouldn't expire, Carl. They shouldn't expire. Flight scope has a few settings like practice, premium, or RCT. I wonder, okay. Camera base picks up faster speeds. It was, but my R50 always was, when I ran the R50 with the MLM2Pro, I thought the speeds were identical. I'll have to go back and look at that, that stream to see it, but I thought they were identical, because I ran all three at one time. Remember, I ran Square, Garmin, and MLM2Pro one night, and the MLM2Pro and the Garmin were the same, and the Square was constantly low. I've never had the Square matching my MLM2 numbers until tonight, really. Yeah, and that's what I'm seeing tonight, which is surprising me, Bryce, because I typically would want to use the MLM2Pro in my SGT rounds because I feel like I'm never hitting the Square far enough. But suddenly that doesn't feel like the case. So radar, because it has a bigger distance track, it means the algorithm's calculated more with spin axis, I believe. Okay. All right, these, I feel like I'm warming up pretty good here. What are you guys seeing from the numbers? Look pretty good for spin, don't they, on the Square here? No, the MLM2Pro, I'll hit one, Ron. The MLM2Pro will go wild, I'm pretty sure. When I use so let's say I use a Square golf ball in the MLM2Pro, I'll show you what happens. You get insane numbers because I'm pretty sure they use a photo system that has the markings, the patterns memorized, and so it's measuring the visibility of one pattern to another. And so the MLM2Pro is actually looking for the pattern. Here's a Square golf ball. See that? It's a total spin of 5.7, so it just has no idea what to do when I put a Square golf ball in there. And if I put a TP5 in here, I bet you get same result. No, I don't know that it's boosting ball speed. What I'm saying is, so they may have their algorithm. So you get, like, if a ball is lower compression, because here's their choices. Their choices are a standard ball, premium ball, or distance ball. So how I would take that is, your distance ball is going to be like a rock, no compression. So if they're using compression as a way to calculate ball speed, then it would be important to know the ball type, because one ball is going to compress more than the other, right? So if the compression point changes, their speed measurement might need to be adjusted depending on the ball type, because they're using, a different method of measuring. So I'm totally hypothesizing that could be the case. I don't know that it is, but these numbers look more normal when I have premium balls selected and I'm hitting a premium ball. Because the MLM2Pro ball is it's a 4-piece premium golf ball, compression 95 or 100. So. Oh yeah, it wouldn't affect SU. You're right, Bryce. So I've actually got the app running right now, not the connector. You're right, Bryce. So this is the app. But I had the app running last night with the Garmin though, and what we're seeing is the numbers are correlating very well. The spin was way off on the. Oh, that was a TP5. That was a TP5 on the Rapsodo. So that's why the spin was way off there. Yeah, that was, hey, CMYK, I think it was it you, I think? I think it was you. Now, tell me if I was wrong. I want to know if you remember this. I want to know if you remember this. I think it was you. Let me see here. $25 later. I hope you can hear that.
Swing, set, through. Swing, set, through. Swing, set, through. Swing, set, through.
All right, enough of that.
Swing, set.
But so I started that up, and on the slowest tempo it has, or on the one it tells you to start with, I was like here when it said like swing. I was like here when it said set. I'm like, it actually felt good to swing with it, but my tempo was like the 18.6 on there. The one it might even be faster than that. I have really insane, that's what I learned from it, is I'm swinging way too fast. Should have gone with Golf BPN. For $25, I got like a book's worth of videos and this tempo thing. BPN tempos to baby music, baby making music. They have, I'm doing like a plug now for this app I overpaid for, but I don't know if I overpaid for it, but they, maybe. You can do it to like music. What do you think of this? Let's swing, set, through. So you just get your groove on and tempo it out on the range. What does this come to? Now I like it though. I don't know if it's something I'm going to do in public, you know. Film your swing, mark the frames. Okay. It's not a good look for you. So the tempo, I mean, it's everything. It really is. I used to use, here's what I used prior to that. I used an app called, and I've got it here, but I didn't have any of the 3-to-1 ratio stuff figured out necessarily, but I would just use the standard like metronome app, and I would set the metronome, and just for my back and start, I wouldn't worry about the down part of it, but I would just use, it's a free app. It's called like metronome. Probably not going to show because of the focus on the camera, but you just set the timing on it, and that gives you a beep. I did that all the time on the range, just so that I would hear like back, go, you know, and try to get repeatable tempo. So it is a big deal. I have done tempo training, just never with that app before. So who would have thought we got into that tonight, huh? Inconvenient with the marked balls, basically not. You know what I found, Ron, was that I am going to start using the Callaway ball. I really like the Callaway ball. So through the ball testing, I didn't realize how good of a ball it is, and I actually really like it. So I would say the annoying part is that the balls are so expensive. They're $70 a dozen. That's the annoying part. But you can get the Titleist Pro V1 and the Callaway Chrome Soft X right now, and then the Pro V1 X I think will be coming out somewhat soon. Oh, no way. You didn't have to do that, CMI. Trust the process. I'm gonna have to win an event before too long. Thank you so much. Wow, dude. Oh, you guys are awesome. This is always just blows my mind. Thank you, CMY. Thank you so much. How do I find that screen? There we go. Thank you, man. Two legends, Carl, CMYK, unbelievable. We had Mike join the Dollar Club tonight, so what a night. And that's what Mike called it, not me. Definitely ease my got me the Tempo app. What a nice guy. I'm going to use it too. You guys will come back next week and I'll be going. There'll be all this balance and focus in the swing. Imagine that. Suddenly I'm like Hideki. Just stopped. My kids love McDonald's antenna. I always felt like, did I do something wrong that they love that so much? But we don't ever go there. But if someone came by and said, I'll take you anywhere to eat, I don't get why they choose that. I'll suggest 500 other things and I don't know. So we don't do it hardly ever. But if we do let them choose, it's almost embarrassing, but that's what they'll pick. I don't know what to tell you. So we could probably use those antenna. CMYK, the stack swing speeds training. I'd love to do that. Best fries on the planet. Square has read for a few shots. Square seems to be reading, hasn't it? We're gonna hit drivers now. Did I lose the Square? My light's off on the Square right now. Square has not been reading. Boop, 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 boop. Do, do, do. Do, do, do. Eventually, I'm just going to be hearing that sound in my head all the time. Driving range, go. All right, a few drivers, then we'll play. We'll hit a few. What an interesting night this has been. Wow, you guys. Go there. Okay. So we'll see how it reads drivers. And we'll see if I learned anything from yesterday with the driver. I'm still going to be okay with that. As long as I don't get the big snap hooks, I'm going to be okay. 156 to 158. Couldn't see my chat for a second. Thank you again, Carl, CMYK, Mike. Wow. Thanks so much. Super chats. Crazy. All right. That's what I don't want to start having, is that. Now, what did those both read there? $159 to $162, 15 to 14, 2000. I don't know. It feels like it's reading the MLM2Pro golf ball in some sort of way. Your stream 25, they were exactly the same, and ball sweet square was slower. Hey man, you never know. The recall is not always very good. I appreciate you checking though. Skytrack and the Callaway Chrome Soft works really well. Oh, nice. Okay, so we'll go there. Back to the last night's. Well, what did we learn last night? Go. I'm still surprised. That's definitely the highest speed number I've gotten off the Square probably ever. 162. And I am using the Titleist Pro V1, which they're about identical to the Chrome Soft. I'm out of my Chrome Soft ones. I wish I had those. Left, left, left tonight. (18 to 18). These spin axis, ball speed. I feel like it's reading it. And it's not matching, but there we go. Okay, I think we could. I feel like the driver's better. What do you think? The driver's better than it was? Good enough to count on it? Great ball there. A couple more of those would be good, huh? Good night, Sean. I will absolutely let you know. And yeah, we'll be in touch. I appreciate you, man. We'll see you Thursday night. I look forward to it every week. So bring your A game. No letting your kids play for you. You got to do it yourself, Sean. What's the little window just by the offline? It's supposed to be showing you offline, but it's almost like that number moves when I'm hitting driver, and it changes depending on the club that's selected. So that's kind of weird. So before I start here, I'll fix that quick. But yeah, it moves based on which club is selected. That's super weird. So I had it in the view before, and now it's not in the view. Oh shoot. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. So if I just got to keep driver as the selected club, and then it should keep showing up. So unless it changes clubs on me, that should be the Square's offline number. Thanks again, CMYK, for the super. That's insane. It just dropped off of the top little bar, but insanity. I do actually feel that. I do feel like it's pretty close to outdoor distances, yeah. Yep. Moment of silence for the R50. Yeah. All right. See you later. See you later, Matthew. Have a good night. We'll see you Thursday. Okay, so we'll go there. off the left heel. Boy, these like draws aren't, you know, almost, this is a lower tee tonight, yeah. Well, it's the same tee I finished with last night. We're exactly set up like we were last night. I would say my grip feels maybe slightly stronger than last night, and I've hit almost everything left here, so I can weaken it a little. How firm is my top hand? Pretty firm. Let's see here. If you move the square from one screen to the other, the darn app, it's like it disconnects from the unit. Continue, square, range, go. Unity crash. We might not have square the rest of the time. Unity crash. Ah, square's crashing on me again. Looks like you're not opening the hips as early. And starting down almost at the same time. Is that good? That's good, right? I've seen those auto flexes. What is that? Is there something, is that a real thing? Like, obviously it's like it exists, but I mean, is it worth $1,000? What is this? I don't get it. That seems wild to me. No, hand should leg. What were you saying? Seemed like I was starting. Looks like you're not opening the hips as early. Hands starting down almost the same time. Hand should leg. Oh, I got you. Maybe forcing that left. I got to get more of that tempo drill going. I don't mind. These shots are just a little bit more left than I would want them to be is all. We kind of figured it out a little bit better last night. There we go. I don't have club path data to look at, which kind of stinks. Put them all last nights to work. Do what I do and go buy a new driver. I'd love to buy a new driver, actually. I never felt like this one fit me when I got it. Thank you. We're almost back right to where we were last night. Cannot have this happening. That's why you never can just walk up and say I solved it, because you really never have. Try it in a couple fades. I know I need to try that. It's guaranteed. So the fade works. All right, let's zero that out a little. I'm following you, Alan. I'm feeling what you're laying down here. The fade gave me that different feel there for a minute. That one was in a good place. I think we're finding something. That will work. You're absolutely right. Let's go play. Let's play some golf. Why not? It's just the Pro Tour round. We're gearing up for the Tips Tour round later this week, where I'm going to try to kick some rear. So Sim Pro Tour round 2. We'll download. Oh, it's a different course. So it's the stadium course. Wait a minute. Oh, so the Pro Tour, we played SGT West Stadium. Now we played Jax. So it's a different course each day or each time. So this is a totally different setup. Not the same course at all. I wonder if the Tips is doing the same thing. Is that how the Tips is doing it? We're at 6,600 Sunday pins. Firm fairways, 12 stimp. Normal green firmness. And normal putting forgiveness. I do. I need a monitor with club path. You're right. That's one thing I did like about the Garmin, was having that. But those days are over. The days of the Garmin are over. Wah, wah, wah. 54. 50, 58. Gotta get my golf clubs out. 50. Let's see here. Get the 50s. 4, 5, and 6. 4, 5, and 6. That little guy, the gopher. Favorite club. Okay. The other thing I noticed, but not 100%, is a bit more tilt than last night. Okay, right shoulder tilt, you mean? Like right side's lower. Square club stickers for data. I do have the club stickers, and the data is going on the Square. I just don't want to go through the effort of putting them on the screen right now. Good evening, John Michaels. Good evening. Oh yeah, COW. Love it, Tom. Recurrent training tonight at work. Love it. Happy to have you. Warm water. I should put them up though. I have them on this screen. They'd be well, all right. He talked me into it. Anything for OMG. Actually, it's not for him. He's probably thinking for me this would be good, which you're right. For me, this would be good. I don't need to blame anybody but myself. There we go. That wasn't that hard. Thanks, OMG. It was worth doing it. No, it was totally worth it. You know, sometimes can't let yourself be lazy like that. It wasn't that. What did that take? 2 seconds to do that. Good old. All right, winds. So we got breezy winds. So we're into us 10 miles an hour. Better aim, let's see here, a little bit more over there. Wind in 10 and off the left. Phase 3 open. Well, this is going to make it interesting on the first hole. 41. All right, so how were the numbers there? It's 163 to 161, 2 to 16. Spin was both right. Total spin's pretty close. They're actually fairly close, right? I can't really read the path information very well, so you'll have to fill me in, but I think the face was open, right? Face had to have been open. Okay, 125, we're gonna try to go under this tree. I've got an 8-iron. Try to hit like a fade off the hill and hit it a little bit lower. Let's go! I'm glad I narrated that shot so it looked like I knew what I was doing. That's insane. Oh, that's stupid. Well, at least the night started well. You've got to be joking me, man. Well, this is I shouldn't even say it. Be signing off after that one. This is such a narrow hole. I should hit hybrid. No, you'll be fine. Okay. That was such a scared swing. Woo! Oh, that was a scared. I have no confidence. I'll be honest with you. There's zero confidence in the driver right now. I'm back to that point again. Like last night, I actually felt good about it, and I didn't really score, but I felt good about the driver. I don't know that I feel that great about it at the moment. But cut 8-irons off of a hill under a tree, I feel totally confident in. Yeah, but the 37 offline is my only issue, Alan. But yeah, I don't mind the fade. It's just a hold off to keep from the duck hook, which would kill me. All right, 124. I got a 50 degree because of the wind. Sit there. There we go. All right, I think stimp was 12. Stimp was 12, yep, 12. Dart, yes, dart. All right, stimp 12 down to 13. Down to, I feel like this is just like a little taparoo. Down to 13 feet, 3.5 mile an hour. Oh, what happened to my putting? I only saved that setting on the Garmin app. We want our Y start, right? Yeah, our Y start to be right there. Okay, that's fixed now too. Webcam putting, I got webcam putting. But I had my box wider. I've started putting to the side of my hitting strip because the hitting strip's got some concave spots from strikes. So I started putting to the side a little bit, but to do that I've got to widen up the putting window a little. Okay, so we'll go there. I don't mind that spot. Go right there. Tap down the hill. This one comes in the side door, I think 3.5 miles an hour maybe. Brake more. Sit down. Stop, 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 stop. What, I hit that? 4.7? Darn it. Jay, we'll see you Thursday. Thanks for stopping in. At least you got to watch the shot of the night, trust me. So you got all you needed. Second shot on. So see you Thursday, man. Let's see here, 160 down to. I just wanna 160 down to false front just in front of it. 9 off the left is the wind. Okay. I've got 8 iron here. A little high, but I think it could be okay. Yeah? Sit. Really good ball speed there, but super high. I got it up on the top ridge. It's perfect. Okay. Still not feeling the best, Ida? Is that what's keeping you? Sorry to hear that, man. Yeah, look at the speed difference there. Was that, am I reading that right? Is that, yeah, 5 miles an hour? Okay. Those are the ones, Bryce, that kind of weirdly come up short sometimes and you kind of wonder why. 19, 5 miles an hour. I think this is right here. Gosh darn. Stop it. That was a bad putt. I had to hit it 5 miles an hour. I hit it 6 and pushed it. Although I do need to be more aggressive with these lines. I've been leaving a lot short lately. All right, 8 miles an hour uphill, 1 inch. Well, there's 9 miles an hour, 3.5, 4. Wasn't a bad putt. It was a bad aim. 4 mile an hour speed. -1 on the HLA. That was a bad bogey though, but Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that, Ida. All right, STS, appreciate it, man. I love the prediction. Yeah, no, I pulled that like 0.1, but I just didn't pick enough break in it, I guess. So that's okay. We'll get it back. There we go. That's very playable. There's that cut, Alan. $209. Into it a little bit. Uphill a little bit. Either jump on a 4 or hit kind of an easy hybrid. I think we'll go with the hybrid. Wow, into the narrow. Yeah, it's so the holes are so narrow too, and then obviously this part of the fairway, OMG, super narrow. Okay, here we go. I usually like to cut that, but that's gonna be fine there. Stay, get a bit of bounce. "15-degree downhill lie." That's not gonna be, I wonder what that'll do to me. 15-degree down. 15-degree down. We got to fly at least 14. I do in real life. I take them all the time. I just feel bad for the stream watching me. I mean, in real golf, Alan, it's practice swing, maybe one more, and then it's address and play. But in the sim, I don't do that at all. In the sim, I just play. I like to keep it moving as best I can. All right, 14, 22. Gosh, that just flew off that lie, but probably expected with the downhill lie. So what was that? Carry raw 21, carry game 19. Yeah, not a bad shot though. MLM is going into GSPro, yep. And then the Square is just running side by side to give you to see if it works with the MLM2Pro golf balls and to run it with the new update. It's got the new OS on it that they just came out with. Downhill 2, 11 feet. Okay. Downhill 2, 11 feet. Tired? No, why? Why, PDN? Should I be? What happened? Make this putt. Carl took the lead by 1 cent. He totally did. Totally did. Should I? I don't even know. I don't know where that came from. Did I fall asleep there for a second? It like broke off the first, yeah, it broke off the very beginning. I did push it, but the break was to the right off the very first 2 tiles. And then obviously nothing after that, but there's no advantage for me to go for this tonight into the wind like that. Is there? Oh well, screw it. We're not going to win this, but let's just do it. There's that heel cut. It's going to work. 99 cents. That ended, didn't it? That program ended. 12. It was kind of nice though to like feel a little pressure maybe and try to hit that shot even though I wasn't supposed to. It ended after the lesson that I got probably. You guys were actually insanely helpful working through that the other night. Okay, 50 yards. Just don't go 48 yards. Okay, I hit it 60. Well, it's better than 48. Ah. I was thinking don't go short, and I smoked it. I think that's my next step. My next step is I need to get together some sort of wedge chart on how far I hit my wedges from different clock positions. Because I feel like outdoors, I can look at those shots and just feel it. Indoors, you've got to like kind of know the number, and it's a different kind of feeling, a different way to look at it. 29 down 4, so 25. 6 mile an hour here, 6 miles an hour. .5. Go in. Pels, clock system, that's right. Yeah, next time we'll have Razor on and we'll doctor him up. That was a good putt, wasn't it? Not too aggressive. Technical problems to the local, yeah. Are you? I tell you what, this course feels like the narrowest course I've played on in a while. I don't know why. The fairways look just tiny, although I think I've already hit as many as I hit last night. Colterbs, hello. It's not important, OMG, it's not. We were actually just running, we wanted to, so the ball speed was low on the Square last night compared to the Garmin. We've done Garmin to MLM2Pro and the ball speed numbers are identical. We've done MLM Pro to the Square and the ball speed number has been low, 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 low. And so STS, used to be Math, asked if I would run the Square beside this tonight just to compare the ball speed. And then I got to thinking, I wonder if the new Square algorithm would work with an MLM2Pro ball. So, I mean, there's nothing, you know, super telling about this. This ball's not even made for the Square, but the Square should still measure ball speed regardless of the dot pattern. So we were just checking ball speed was the main reason. What's that little lower area? Is that another fairway down there? Little valley of death. Hey, Colterbs. Coltorbs. 142. But what I am finding interesting is that the spin numbers seem to be pretty good with an MLM2Pro ball, and the speed numbers are as good as I've ever seen them. I've always felt like it's been low, but all right, 142, down a touch. Might have smoked that. I need the wind to hold it up a little bit. Oh, stop. So there you had a little mile per hour difference, but I've had some of the highest ball speeds I've ever recorded on Square tonight, so it's actually encouraging. All right, 8. This is just like a little touch chip. Come on. Sit. No way. I barely hit that. What did Square say? It said about the same, didn't it? Problem was it took all the spin off of it. So 58% spin got applied in the game because I was in the rough. That's the biggest problem with that. Need to be more floppy? Probably, yeah. I thought it was pretty good though. Not good enough. Okay, 8'7". This is, like everything is, this is a speed putt. This is all about speed. 8'7", which I don't know what putt isn't, but about 3 miles an hour, 3 to 3.5. Let's go. Let's go. That one is, that's like a 50-50 for me. Those are just, I don't know, those are tough. Tough to commit to. How do you get the hitting score to disappear when the webcam putting comes up? Okay, so Mr. Jim, that is a great question. And whenever there's great questions, I like to show on the stream. So let's do that. Let's just show really quick. This won't take long. Let's show how this is done. Okay, so let's see here. How can I best show this? I'm going to get the infinity window because I'm going to show, let's see here, OBS. Okay. It's a great question. Won't take long. Hang on. People will learn from this, and it'd be a good clip for others who haven't seen it before. All right, so let's look here. If I go and show you this screen no one's ever seen before. So this is my floor projection scene, okay? That's what you're seeing in OBS. You'll notice on the side I've got different groupings. But what happens is webcam putting is a layer. Everything below it technically lies beneath it. It will cover. Right now, webcam putting is minimized. So when webcam putting minimizes itself, when it goes down into the bar, OBS doesn't see it as a source anymore. So if I click and maximize the webcam putting window, so like when putter gets selected, the window pops up on the screen like it just did. Now that layer covers all the layers below it. on this sidebar. So webcam putting sits right here, and everything below it, which is my stance mats and lines, get covered by the webcam putting window. So it's just basically sitting on top of them. Then when another club is chosen, webcam putting gets minimized and everything below it shows back up. So you've got to have it layered on top. The second important part of it is in the Springbok connector, under the putting setting, you have to have this putting window set to minimize. If you don't have it set to minimize, if you just have it set to hide, it will never disappear. Does that make sense? So you basically have to have minimize set right here, and then when the webcam putting pops up, it goes there. When it goes down, it goes away. So it's just covering everything below it. Does that make sense? So hopefully that helps. Great question. Question of the night, I think. That was question of the night. Should start doing a question of the night. Okay. I gotta believe somebody else learned something there too, though, right? Feel like it. That's what I like about questions like that. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Okay. Selling that OBS file. I have so many setups for like the Square, the Garmin, all the apps, all the layers. I've thought about doing videos on the OBS setup, but I've got so much of it. Okay. I topped it. That looks about right. Ow, Benny. Okay, try to redeem myself. I'm a little bad there. Okay, here we go. Hang on. Catch a fairway. It's only gettable if you hit 2 good shots, so you never know. I just used up a bad one there. No big deal. Members bounce. Yeah, it was for sure a members bounce. Okay, let's just 92. How much do you think wind helps? What do you guys do on that? When the wind's with you, does it help? What do you guys play it at? So not on a 90-yard shot with 6 miles an hour of wind with me. Does that take a whole lot off of it? What do you guys actually think? So many things going on with the different windows tonight that I've had to come fix screens. Need to find a video on Joe's page. Someone's got to know. Probably 1 to 3 yards. Okay, I was thinking similar to that. Okay, 92. Too much, but should spin, right? Not enough. Oh. Wah, wah, wah. Shoot. Shoot. Missed it in the wrong spot. Okay, 10. 10, 10, 10. Get there. There we go. John, I think that's the right play, right? You just yeah, take that yardage that you're gonna hit, and with the wind with you, just take a little bit off, take 5% off, try to control the spin, and don't think too much about it. That's probably the right way to think of it. Yeah, I like that. 144 down 7. Man, shot of the day. How about that shot on? How about that shot on hole 1, huh? That's the clubhouse shot. That's the, no matter how the rest of the day goes, when you get to the clubhouse and you crack that beer, man, you should have seen the shot I hit on 1. Right there, right there, right where I aimed. Not really scoring tonight, but not hitting it terribly, other than the top shot. The top shot was how we keep credibility with the channel name. We got to top it every now. Down 428, 25, 6.5. I see your question live. No, what do you mean? I see you talking live now. If you hit where you aim with the pin, I thought I'd draw it, Alan. It was accidentally straight. Okay. I was afraid of the water too. Not gonna lie. Afraid of the water. 28 down 4. 28. I forgot already. It's like when you laser the pin outdoors, and then 2 seconds later you're like, I need the laser again. You forget it. Pretty good speed though. I mean, my help question above. I only see about 5 lines of chat just for what I can fit on the screen. So sometimes if the chat gets scrolling too fast, I miss it, Bryce. So let me look over here. Let's see here. Your question, okay. Your question that I need to actually do a live one day. You know, I would love to do more of those with guys from the league, and maybe even get it to where if I can get, I was actually talking to Alan about Discord, and I want the audio to be good. If there's video, I want the video to be good. I don't want to take away from stream quality. So I want to get that figured out, and then it is actually a goal of mine to maybe do the weekly leagues live with a member, you know, something like that. With somebody in the league, if we can get it set up right, I think that would be an absolute blast. Now you can't get too many, or the rounds ends up taking, you know, way too long. But if we did one other person, it'd be a pretty fun deal, I think. So I think it's a great idea, is what I would say, Bryce. I'm not against it. I'm not against it at all. I think it'd be a ton of fun. Good way to do the league. I'm all feel outdoor, Robbie. I'm all mile an hour indoor now. I'm trying to get to mile an hour indoor because I've really struggled on 12 and 13, and I feel like without really using the charts to understand what different miles an hour and inputs are in the indoor sim, my putting's never going to get to where it's any good. I will double check it. The Discord link, I think if you look in the Thursday Live League rounds, I updated it there, and it's updated on the SGT site as well. But somebody might be able to give it to you here as well. Hey, Stu. Gosh, I'm committed to this right now. That's a good one. Come on, members bounce. A little bit left. There we go. So like what I would want to do is, what I'm thinking is, inside of the Triple Bogey Discord, I think I can create a private room. Actually, my friend Hayden was going to help me with this. He streams on Twitch, but I think I can create a private room. So then it would be, you know, as an admin, people wouldn't be able to just come in and out and then, you know, talk into the stream or put video into the stream. But if I created a private room in the Discord channel, you could add your web camera, which would be your swing camera, whatever it is, and your microphone, and then I can pump Discord's mic and audio from a channel into OBS. That'd probably be the easiest way for me to do it. So yes. All right, 154. But I like the idea. I think it's, you know, part of the league, part of what I wanted in the league is I play in a ton of SGT events and obviously online now. And so this is fun because there's people to interact with, even though I'm talking to myself technically. I'm talking with you guys, I'm hanging with people. So I feel like the league's kind of meant to be that. That's why I'm doing it live. People can play live, and I think it'd be another step up to, you know, have people join the stream. See if we can't figure out maybe in the Discord to have multiple rooms going. I don't know. We'll see where we can take that. So Zoom might be an option too. Yep. I just need it to plug into my OBS, you know. So as long as I can get it through the web into my OBS, which I think you probably could there too. So the evolution of it. All right, 154. Come on. I got a 9-iron. Come on. Be good. Get there. Oh, they make you pay? Okay. Well, maybe then you can't. I'm not talking about streaming through them. I don't know if that's the same thing. I'd have to learn that. So you might be teaching me something, Michael. But like if we just did a call on Discord, we did a call, like a video call, I can take your call and turn it into a virtual camera, and then I can add the virtual camera into my OBS. So I wouldn't be streaming through it, like pushing out a public link. It would be like a private call where I would take the video. And I don't know if that's the same thing. I need to look at it. I'll need some help. There's going to be some people that I know out here like you, Michael, or somebody else that have done it before that could help me, and got to get that dialed in. I don't necessarily want to stream through Discord. I want to get somebody's video into my computer through it. That's really what I'm trying to accomplish. And now, OMG, you're making me think of that differently too. Like, if you had a Zoom, you could have like 10 people on the call. That would be wild. Let's see here. 8'4". That's a great goal, Bryce. I think we can make it happen. All right, let's see. Alan and I almost did the other night, and then I just get too nervous about audio quality, and then it was so late that I had to be done before too long. All right, 8'4", 3 to 3.5 miles. So this is just a little tap. No. Overreading it, man. I can't get anything to. CLW, yeah. I haven't used Zoom in a while. It's been a while since I've used it. There's definitely ways we can do it, and something we can come up with. So. Okay. Wasn't too bad. I was trying to hit 3 miles an hour, so like I definitely hit it too hard for that line. Slightly a pull, but I've got to get more comfortable being aggressive with these lines, Bryce, and these speeds a little bit. I mean, I'm playing like the diet in line every time now. So, all right. More cut than I wanted there, but stay out of the bush. Benoit, good night. Good to hear from you. Good to see you, man. Thanks for coming in as always. I left him hanging. I did. I felt bad. But it was so like it was really just like a live stream, spur of the moment thing. Wasn't ready for it, Alan. I could just think of me like not getting the audio and. All right. Good night. OMG peeling out. Good night, OMG. Appreciate you as always. 79. I'm going to play this one all air. 79. Get back there. Go. Okay. How do you feel about left center firm? Left center firm, like a little more aggressive than normal. Left center soft. Left center soft. Barely good for that light of a speed. I was meant the firm part didn't happen. We made a birdie. Been a while. A lot of slope on these greens. A lot of movement to everything. I haven't tried Phil's gummies yet. No, I don't even know where you get them. Man, he was pumping those in the Horvat video. It's basically a giant commercial. That was probably the best swing of the night. Go. With the driver anyway. Okay. 181. Not to pat myself on the back too hard there. But that was one of the better ones. Sorry. Yeah, Alan's been giving me a good little lesson. A1. Get there. Should have had my speed. You probably did one. You probably did one day, didn't you? This is something I'll be wishing I had. I'm sure soon. Stop funding his gambling addiction. I thought he recovered from that. I thought Amy said he's recovered. 24 down 1. 6.5. 6.5-ish. Yeah. Come on. Come on. No, no. Oh, I really thought we had an eagle. That would have been fun. Really got things going for once here. All right, number 12. Number 12, what do we got here? 175, 168, 175. Wind off the left. 169. Grab a drink really quick. Here we go. But good line and good speed though, huh, Bryce? I mean, it's definitely getting better on 12. Like I think when I first started putting on 12, as a lot of you saw me doing it on stream, I made 12 look like it was concrete because my touch was so poor. I didn't understand the speeds at all. Now looking at like the stemp chart, understanding the speeds, learning what the speeds are. Like so literally what I did was I just like put a ball out here and I would putt to that ball and figured out like 3.5 miles an hour is a ball that I putt to here. 4.5 is here. 5.5 is the cup. And starting to get a feel for that mile per hour, like 3 through 5. That's what I was starting to do. So how much better is GSPro for club info out of the Rapsoda compared to E6 or Awesome Golf? I don't know if it's any different. Would it be any different? It's gonna be the same numbers coming out of the unit, right? You're just talking how the software handles it, like the carry yardages and stuff. I guess I've never really compared it. All right, 169. Nothing? I wonder if I just delayed the MLM2Pro so long it fell asleep or something. Try again. Honestly, it felt like that was going to be short. I kind of thinned it, but MLM2Pro did not read it. Okay. That felt about 10 yards longer than the last one. So, lucky. What did the square got it? What did the square say? On the last one. How much difference were they? I would say the first one felt thin, probably 10 yards shorter than that one did. But the MLM2Pro fell asleep from my drink break, or like wasn't ready to read. Yeah, that's probably true. Probably true. Shouldn't say probably true. I mean, yeah, that makes sense, is what I should say. Left. And then more left after it gets over the hill. So kind of up over a ridge, up and then down. 37 feet is 8 to 8.5, somewhere in there. There's 8.5 at 8.6. Look at that. Pushed it a little, 0.8 on the HLA, but the touch is improving. The sim putting touch is improving. I don't know that I'm necessarily making any more yet because I'm still trying to figure out lines, but the touch is improving. So I just add on up and downhill putts. I don't add, if it says 0, I just do what the net change is. So if it says 0, I treat it flat. If it says net down, I treat it as a net down, even if the beginning is up. So I don't know if that's correct. Probably not. But that's what I do, Bryce. Thanks, Alan. Okay. 238 to there. Wind just straight in. Lost that one a little. Face wide open. Just stay safe. What did Square say? Face wide open? Square says face is open, path is across, I think. How many inch equals mile per hour extra or less? So I change the amount of feet that the putt feels. So if it's a 10-foot putt and it's downhill an inch, my mind goes to it's a 9-foot putt. If it's a 10-foot putt uphill an inch, I call it an 11-foot putt. And then I go to the stem chart and say, how hard do I need to hit it for 11 feet versus 10 feet? So I change the number of feet that I mentally think, you know, that it plays. And then I look to the stem chart to see what the mile per hour difference is, or total mile per hour is. $150. Tree's not going to affect me at all here. 150, wind into me, out of the rough. Tough little pin here. Oop. I don't like the ball there. Okay, there we go. Should be left. Felt pulled. Get up. Anybody else got the stimp charts printed out, the mile per hour charts? Anybody else use those in GSPro? Honestly, I feel like it's changing my putting for the good, starting to use them. My touch is so much better. Thank you, Derby. I feel like it is for sure. I feel like I'm definitely getting better on the touch. So uphill, 6 inches on 43 feet. So to me, I just interpret this like a 50-footer now because of the 6 inches up. So 43 plus 6 is what I do. Slope divided by 2 inches of break per foot per distance. Holy cow, Alan. What does that mean? I feel like, you know when the when like the matrix numbers start falling behind you? How do I do that? How do I do that, Alan? That feels like a lot of work right now. I need a scientific calculator or something. Yeah, the chart's online. The chart's online. I printed it out. Get a calc. Oh, Alan. All right, 50 feet. I can't. I don't know. If I was playing, maybe, I don't know. It seems like so much work. 52. No, he didn't post it. The chart is made by somebody else. It's online. It's out there available. All right, 50. I can't do it, guys. That's so much work for me. I'm losing track. Okay, 50 feet is 10 and a half miles an hour. Okay. 10 and a half. We'll try for that. $11 and a half. Sit, sit, sit. So 10 and a half would have been about perfect, you know. I'm still thinking about that math. I need to like break the equation down. It seems like a lot. Probably not though, but There we go. Par, 2 under through 14. 13 through 13. Yeah, LA killed Florida. What a whooping. What's his name? Kisner just did not perform at all, did he? He struggled, I thought. 304. I feel like if I was on, I mean, he just felt like he was off on every yardage. I don't know how you would know, how would I know slope percentage on these greens or anything, you know? $299. Struggled, he sucked. Yeah, I think that's a good way to put it, Alan. Five balls in the water. 5 balls in the water. Sounds like me last night. No. Yeah, it's a tough debut for him. He usually, like, he's somebody that could be like, you know, good he's like a good character or good what do you call it? He's a good personality type person because he's gonna, you know, talk smack and have things to say and be a decent time when he's playing well. But when he plays like that, he's just kind of ugh, you know. But so like 2-inch downhill, how many less mile an hour? I don't think of, so if it's 2-inch downhill on, so let's say that it's a 50-foot putt, Bryce, and it's 2-inch downhill. So it goes from a 50-foot to a 48-8-foot. On a 12 stemp, you putt like 1/10 of a mile an hour less. Now, if it's 2 inches downhill on a 4-foot putt, you go from, you know, you go from putting 3.5 to 2.5. I mean, like, it's depends on the length of the putt. 2 inches down from 4 feet is a way bigger deal than 2 inches down from 50 feet, right? So, like, I think you got to take the number of feet it is, reduce it by the number of downhill, and then just look at the mile per hour from there on the chart. I don't know if that's ringing in, but how many less feet? So like you just take the number of feet minus the number of down or plus the number of up. So if it's 10 feet down 2, then it's only 8 feet now. So look at it like an 8-footer. If it's 10 feet down 5 inches, look at it like a 5-footer. That's how I do it. So I don't know if that's, to me, that's easy math. Yeah, there's a little, especially with the square in the Garmin, making you hit out of the exact same spot every time, Razor. The square in the Garmin's hitting spot are so small that they screw up your mat. I felt so controlled. Go in. I just went up a club and swing like 75, huh? That was pretty good. I was listening to the chat on that one. Skytrax destroyed, yeah. Like having to hit off the same spot, like the MLM2Pro, I have like nearly the whole strip, so I can hit anywhere in the strip, and that's really nice. But when I mix it in with other units, especially when you use different units, now you're really narrowed in to where they intersect. Like when I was running Garmin and Square, it really wore the mat down quickly. So, and honestly, since I got this hitting strip, I've hit way more than I did on my very first one. I've hit so many golf balls, it's kind of insane. All right, 68, 6'8". This thing feels like it's, I don't know if, oh, this is so nerve-wracking. I don't like this at all. Come on. Oh, yes. Thank you. Oh gosh. Ooh. 2 down, take 2 feet off. 5 inches, add 5 feet. Yeah. Yep. That's how I look at it, or how I've always. That's how I was kind of taught to do it. Okay. Does that not work now again? Oh yeah, it does. Throw one to there. That was across it bad. Just stay in bounds, please. No, 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 no. Oh, that's not good. Oh, it's barely in. Whoo. Ah. Yeah, yeah. Um, Here it is. So it's, if you go to the good old Google and you type in GSPro stimp charts and hit enter, the very first one you're going to get, simgolf.club. Click on it. And you're going to see the stimp charts here. So I'll move the MLM2Pro connector off. And I can move me off to the side a little bit. And so you have the stimp chart. So if you see 8, 9, 10, it'll show you all of them up to 13, how far the ball travels at 13. So 16 and a half rolls 105 feet. But what you can do is you can just click download the tables, which clicks this. And then up here you get this PDF, and here's the charts. So at 12 stimp, when you put it 3.5 miles an hour, it will go 8 feet 7 inches. So I'm just looking at my putt. If my putt is 13 feet, I go here and I go, okay, I need to hit that around 4.5 miles an hour. If it's 11 stimp, if it's 13 feet, I need to hit it between 4.5 and 5. If it's 13, if it's 11, you get the point. So you just kind of look at, you got 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13 stimp. So I just printed off the 11 through 13, and I get my number of feet. If it's a 20 footer on 13 stimp, I got to hit it 5.5 miles an hour. So, yeah, just Google GSPro putting charts, GSPro stimp chart. You'll get here, download the table. You'll have the thing, and then print it out and take those 2-3 pages. Hopefully that helps. That was second place question of the night. So it's weird. So yeah, you learn to feel what, so you learn to feel what, so like what I did was, I was saying, is I figured out that like if I put it to here, if the ball ends there, it's about 3.5 miles an hour. That's 4.5. That's about 5.5. And so now when I'm standing over the putt and I'm just going, okay, I've got to hit about 3.5. I'm trying to hit to that first ball. When I got to hit at 4.5, I'm trying to hit the second ball. And then you start to get a feel. I've been getting a feel for how far back to take it with a certain tempo to get my 8, 9, 10, 11 mile per hour putt. So I'm trying to figure out how to putt specific miles an hour. So the goal isn't to hit it so many feet, it's to look up and say the ball speed was what I intended it to be. That has been a shift for me in like the last 2 weeks or a week and a half probably. I wasn't doing that before. And I'm not saying I'm any good at putting yet, but I'm getting better at it. So getting better. Okay. Tour Pro laying up. You're not going for this. Yeah. Yeah, it would be interesting. I think Bryson does some of that kind of thing in real life. He brings out the quad on the green and he gets a feel for like a 50 footer, and then he works down from that, or a 10 footer and works down up from that or something. I don't know. He does something like that. Did I really just do that? Sit, please. Whew. You gotta think about your layup before you hit it, don't you? Goodness gracious. As it lies. I don't know. Can I hit that without hitting? Will it hit a collider there? Will that hit something? Oh, we're good. All right, we're good. But it's not good that I don't have a fairway lie, because it's going to be a little more difficult without a fairway lie. Ball should have scuff marks. I got to get out my scuffed ball. Yeah. It's interesting. I had 240, didn't I? I can't get there. All right, 68. You're making me feel bad now. 68. Ah, man. Would be, yeah. Phil Mickelson did it no more than an hour ago, or no, or what was it? No, it's Happy Gilmore was here. He completed that feat no more than an hour ago, or something. Okay, let's see here. So it says this is level, but it's clearly not. It's just because it goes up over the ridge here. 9.4 yards, 27 feet off the edge of the green. So 27 feet says that on the stimp chart, that's 6.5 miles an hour, 7 miles an hour, somewhere in there on 12 stimps. So then the goal becomes 6.5 to 7 miles an hour on the putt, right? And I hit that 6.2. So I hit the goal that I was kind of trying. I mean, I didn't quite get to 6.5, but it just came off that lie terribly. But that's how I'm thinking about putts now. That is a big difference, big change. And it must be the way the guys that do well at this game think of them. I really blew this hole, didn't I? All right, 8'8", down 1. So 7'8", which on this is basically between 3 and 3.5 miles an hour. 3, somewhere in there. 3 miles an hour. There we go, 3.4. Good save there. Good save. Good roll. Made a mess of that hole. Golly, for a par 5, that felt really hard. I did the math right that time. I'm learning from the best. Uh-oh. That's not good.
Oh, come on. Time to hit the range, I think.
What did it just say? What was the path there from Square? I mean, that felt like I crushed that. Like I just clobbered it. Path was 1 degree closed, 1.9 in to out, one path, didn't it? Is that really that bad of a path? 66 yards. Did you guys lose me? No? Okay. Everything froze. Broke windows, broke glass. Actually had a decent, we were 3 under too. Let's try our best here. Why is that swing with that path going that far left, huh? All right. Hey guys, I know, just drive. Don't go over there. It's not my ball. Don't go over there. It probably was, Smeebucks. Probably was. But it felt solid off the face though, so I don't know. Like I was thinking, oh, crushed that, but clearly did not. Both units said that it was way left. I noticed. All right, 117. Get lucky. Get up there. Go. Wasn't bad. 21 feet, so 22, 6 miles an hour, 6 and a half. All right, here we go. I just saw that. I tapped it a little back for that, Bryce. Little pull, otherwise it was a really good putt. I just pulled it. Pulled it a little bit. I do cold turbs, yeah. I throw chapters in them and then I link the specific chapter so that they link right to the start of the first hole. So I do link them to the SGT leaderboards, yeah. Yep. When I remember to, like, so if, for instance, if I play around on Sunday night though, if you play around on Sunday night, when the tournament closes, the live linking option disappears. So you can't go back and link them. You know, you can't link rounds from the past. So like last week, I missed the Pro Tour time because I did it on Sunday. So I didn't have the edit done or the chapters on my video there in time to put them in. So, but for the most part, I link them. Yeah. I think it's a pretty cool feature, honestly. I like that they do it. I link them all, Alan. Good, bad, the ugly, the Santa hat. I try to link them all. All right, 184. Here we go. Tom, this one's for you, Tom. Thank you so much. Here we go. It's not enough. Sorry, Tom. That was for me, not you. Thank you for that, man. Appreciate that so much. Window fun. Gotta grease that guy that I shattered his house. Someone needs to go to the range. Did you guys hear the thing say that? Man, what a night. You guys have been awesome. Time for the flop. Yeah, so others can watch them. I suppose it's a little bit of exposure for the YouTube channel too, Greg and Vanessa. I mean, I think the real purpose behind it is, you know, to give people an opportunity to, you know, see the scores that are shot. I don't know if they've ever intended like certain levels of tournaments. For certain levels of tournaments, they require that you stream the round. And so I don't know if it came to the point where they were, you know, they wanted to see it. So they want to see. So I think that's what it originally was there for, but it just creates sort of a social aspect of it, I guess. So, but yeah, so other people can watch it. So maybe you win a tournament, you shoot 12 under, somebody wants to go in there and watch your round or see what you play. I know I've watched them before just to get a feel for the golf course. So like I've watched someone's round just to get a feel. But yeah, I think the intention originally was to sort of an accountability system. A little bit, but I have no real proof of that. 16, we'll flop shot here. PDN, if you're still in the chat, you've been quiet tonight. So 16. Come on. Those are my favorite. Those are my favorite. Oh, I love a good flop shot. You can tell I spent a lot of time in these bunkers. So before you get 50 subscribers, you just have to record and upload. I don't know if I know what you mean. You can record to YouTube with no subscribers and then just link it in. You don't have to have any subscribers to record. This hole looks interesting. I think, here's the deal. I think, I feel like the farther let's see, 250, the farther I get it up there, if it goes in the water, then the closer I am after I take my drop. Is that good thinking, Alan? Is that what a good caddy would say? I like this shot because it feels like it's a pressure shot, and I think it's gonna be fun. Oh, you can't live stream, Greg, Vanessa. No, you wouldn't be able to live stream it necessarily, but you could record it and just upload the video. That's what most people do. Most people aren't a live stream. I'm probably one of the only ones that live stream. Everybody else records theirs. Some live stream, but most people just record their round, and then they take the MP4 video file, they upload it onto YouTube, and they link the video into SGT. I live stream, and then it saves it to the channel as a video, and then I link the video. So I'm not actually linking the live stream, I'm linking the post-round video. So it'd be the same as if you didn't live stream it, recorded it, and linked it. So. Good question, though. Mashed potatoes here, ready? Mashed potatoes. God darn it. Oh. Sorry, Alan. I didn't hear from you what the best option was. I was hoping to cross it somewhere less far from the cup, I guess you could say. All right, 1-5 up, one. So this one is trying to see the lie. What's the lie? The lie is none. So they didn't mark the lie. So what's the penalty going to be for that? It's saying the lie is none. I'll try it. The lie is none. So it's almost like they didn't put texture on this area. So what's it going to penalize me? That seems weird. 1 in, drop 2, hit 3. Am I going to hit this lip here? Into the wind. I don't know. Do we tin cup this? Well. Let's see what we can do here. All right. This is not. I don't know what the lie is going to do. That's what I'm most worried about. The lie says none for a texture. But tin cup. In honor of tin cup, we're going to hit this shot. Definitely felt like little penalty maybe. I don't know. Yeah, it penalized it. Yeah, 7 is all though. Okay, finish strong here. $43. That's not even close. I want to hit the ball, but it would have read it. Okay. If we go here, so, all right, Bryce, so here's the math. 38 footer, uphill 7 inches, so we're going to call it a 45 footer. And 45 feet is 9.5 on the stimp. So 9.5. Lars, hey. Thanks, Lars. I will. I did get your email. I saw the subject. Today was swamped, and I will get back to you, I promise, in the morning tomorrow. So thank you, Lars. Appreciate the super chat. That's awesome. What a night for that. You guys have been awesome tonight. Hey, HT Dumps and Humpty Dumps. HT Dumps, I really don't know. Humpty Dumpsies. All right, so 38 up 7, so 45 is 9.5 mile an hour, Bryce. 45 feet, 9.5. A little bit more than this, I think. Alan's in the background thinking it's a little more with his calculation. 9.5. So I hit that 8.5. I don't think it'll get there. Go. And I pulled it. So now 7 foot up 1, so 8 foot on the stem chart. 8's 3 to 3.5. So that's all I do to get it. Oh, that was such a great finish. What do we take, a triple bogey to finish? We finished double bogey, par, triple to shoot 2 over. We definitely bled coming in. Oh man, sorry about that, guys. it was fun though. I think I drove the ball a little bit better. I feel like I did anyway. Tonight than I have other nights, but more break. Reed seemed good. More break. Oh no. That's all right. You don't win them all. Not a big deal. We want to, but that one I never felt like I had a chance at winning anyways, but the driver felt better, which is cool. Look at this. Compete in the free Ultimate Long Drive Tour Kickoff event, January 3 to 31. I wonder what that's going to be. So that's interesting. The ULD Tour. I can't even compete. I'm not in the 180s like those guys are. They have crazy ball speeds. American Express Open. Let's check our league out. League play, we're up to 64 members. And this week we've had 52 scores in this week on this week's event, which will end tonight. JT Walsh is the winner, unless something comes in late and CC Wilco's runner-up. So net-wise, net winner, Tornado Ruben. Hoat, second place. Hey, there you go. That's awesome. I do have a course in mind that I think will be fun, but I can be influenced in the next couple hours if I see something on Discord. But yeah, I've got a course in mind. There's the stemp charts. I'll add those somewhere. But yeah, let's see here. What else we got? All right, participants. But all right, well, thanks everybody. Appreciate you guys as always. Trazer, Tom, PJ, Lars, Stu, Darby, Alan. You guys are awesome. Appreciate you very much. Thanks for the super chats, Greg and Vanessa. HT, Dumps. Love seeing you in here. That's great. Razor. Who else we got? We got to call out. There was huge super chats tonight. Carl with a $100 super chat tonight. CMYK with a 25. Mike with a super chat. Tom with a super chat. So thank you everybody for that. I really appreciate it. Supports the channel. Means a lot. So we will see you Thursday night. I will not be on tomorrow. You guys are the best. I appreciate it very much. I'm going to keep working on that driver. I think if I get the driver figured out, more things will come. And the putting's getting a little better. I feel like I'm on like a plateau, but maybe there'll be a breakthrough with some good rounds coming up. So we'll see you at League Thursday night. Nolsey, what's up, Nolsey? Good to see you, man. Thanks, Trazer. Yep, logging off, Nolsey. Hi and bye. I appreciate you, man. I got a text for you, Nolsey. I was looking up some stuff for you, honestly. Mr. Jim Junkie, thanks for chiming in, man. Good to see you. Thanks for hanging with us tonight. But that'll be all. Appreciate everybody. Have a good night. See you, Lars.